My name is Jessica Kinman, and this presentation is on Apple and the iPhone 5. Apple is a multinational corporation that creates consumer electronics, computer software, and commercial servers. Apple's core product lines are the iPad, iPhone, iPod music player, and Macintosh computer lineup. Apple was created in 1976 by Steve Jobs and Associates. For more than 2 decades, Apple Computer was predominantly a manufacturer of personal computers, but it faced rocky sales and low market share during the 1990s. Jobs, who had been pushed away from the company in 1985, returned to become Apple's CEO in 1996 when they bought out his newest company, Next. He brought with him a new corporate philosophy of recognizable products and simple design. With the introduction of the successful iPod music player in 2001, Apple established itself as a leader in the consumer electronics industry. They then introduced several new innovative products over the next decade. The company launched iTunes in 2003, the iPhone and iPod Touch in 2007, and now iPad in 2010. As of 2011, Apple is the largest technology firm in the world with annual revenues of more than $100 billion. When Jobs took over the reins of the company as CEO, Apple began identifying new strategies. By identifying trends such as digital consumerism, Jobs was able to visualize a strategy for a product that met consumer needs. To uncover such insights, it's important to look across industries, strategic groups, buyer groups, and the scope of a product or service. They analyzed their competitors. When Apple was losing market share and sales due to the strict licensing policy, Jobs contracted with Microsoft to develop core products. By understanding his competition, Jobs was able to partner with competitors in ways that were not only mutually beneficial, but in a way that increased the company's competitive advantage. They became innovative by focusing on the needs and wants of the consumers rather than just how to improve upon an existing product. Apple was able to rethink its product line and invent new products that redefine the traditional boundaries of the market. Innovation allows for companies to capitalize on the first-mover advantage, resulting in the realization of high upfront market share and profit margins. They position their product. Because many computer systems and related products can be easily replicated, finding ways to extend the life of a product through complementary offerings is almost as important as reinvention. For example, the App Store served as a complement to the iPhone, which resulted in $1 billion in annual profits, and upon the launch of the iTunes Store, an exponential demand for iPods was created. They built brand awareness. Through utilizing creative campaigns and non-traditional advertising channels for the Mac brand, Apple embarked on a truly unique differentiation strategy, which helped grow brand awareness. They optimized distribution. Apple revamped its distribution system to move from smaller outlets to national chains. They also opened their own retail stores, which now accounts for 16% of Apple's total revenue. They currently have 280 stores in 10 countries. The retail stores were a success because they provide users with an opportunity to learn about, experiment with, and test drive products. The company didn't forget their customers. Apple is known for superior customer service. By creating and sustaining a superior customer service model, competitive advantage can be easily achieved. Apple has the potential to face many challenges. The first, fulfilling anticipation. Now that Apple has been a leader, they are under constant pressure to develop the next big thing. The iPhone 5 was no exception, which was introduced to the world today. Reports indicated that the purchase of Apple's iPhones have decreased the last few weeks in anticipation for the new iPhone 5 that is already in high demand before even being revealed. The next is their supply challenge. One of the biggest challenges for Apple may be manufacturing enough devices to keep up with demand. Shortages from screen manufacturers LG Display and Japan Display may limit how many iPhones Apple can ship. That may hinder Apple's ability to sell about 50 million iPhones by December, as many analysts have predicted. Data demand is another one. Data demands of new iPhone users could also put a strain on mobile data networks being introduced by wireless carriers by allowing long-term evolution users to watch video, stream music, or perform other data-intensive tasks at a faster speed than existing 3G networks. Competitors. Bloomberg Industries estimates the smartphone industry to be worth $219 billion last year. Apple's largest competitors in this business consist of Samsung, Google, Motorola, and Nokia. Apple's success comes down to the following good business decisions. Apple puts the demand of their customers first. The products are easy to use for their customers. They keep things simple. They offer great customer service and in-store experiences. Apple focuses on making better products for their customers. They have stayed ahead of their competitors. These 6 principles may seem a bit simplistic given the fact that Apple also has great software, industrial design, and a powerful ecosystem of content, apps, and services as part of their company's success equation. However, over the past 30 years, it's these 6 key principles that are what really makes it successful. And as long as it adheres to them, it's pretty likely that Apple will continue to grow and command a relatively large share of the market in the company's product categories where it competes.